I want to show you how to design your portfolio. Let me see how you design your portfolio for recruiters, right? I've seen so many kind of portfolios lately, and I just keep asking the question of what experience or what triggered your decision in your research for your portfolio. These are the things I want you to pay attention to. What made you? Why is your hero session what it is? All right. So we're thinking about recruiters right now who may have about 500 applications they want to check through. As a matter of fact, scan through. All right. So the recruiter is not really paying so much attention to your text, to your, you must be able to just, it's a scanning game, right? They just want to scan, see something that attract them, either punchy lines or a particular design or an animation or an interaction. Those are the things that will probably get their attention for the little time. So you want to make sure that you are not bugging them with on the let me just say that you are positioning yourself the right way. Your hierarchy, what I mean by your hierarchy now is what you place forward, what you prioritize in your portfolio is what is key, or what I say that we attract the recruiters to want to look more into you. All right. I want to show you three portfolios, and these three portfolio will I believe will do justice to. I'm going to start with the first portfolio that I have. You see, this is my first portfolio that actually got me some jobs. Now, what I did here, you see that when you land on this portfolio, this is what you get. This is just what you get. You get the product immediately. I mean, you get the case studies immediately. I'm not telling you any other thing. I want you to get straight. You know why Google is one of the best products in terms of simplicity and the UX is when you land on Google, you are not confused. You just go straight to search, right? And same as ChatGPT. That's the kind of idea. That is what triggered this particular landing page or this particular approach to this design. I want it to be that when recruiters get on my portfolio, instead of them reading about me, what I've done, and all those stories first, that they don't actually have time to, they just want to see your work, right? So I made it simple for them, right? So you see that the first navigation is product. So when you get to my portfolio, the first thing you're going to see is this. All right. And you see that in the writing, I didn't put Forex app, for example. I described the product I designed, transforming crypto transaction. That was what I did. All right. And if you scroll, you see empowering the next generation. You can see. So this is how I designed uh, this particular portfolio. All right. And so you can easily just click on any of the case studies to just see what is in there. You see, that's straightforward. So just at the landing, and the recruiter decides to maybe just check on the first one and just say, what did this guy even have in stock? And then the recruiter start to see, oh wow, okay, this is a nice UX research and all of that. So, and that's okay for them. Most times that's just okay. I love the presentation. I love the idea, and they want to possibly move to say another thing. All right. So if I'm able to wow them with this first page, I got the right. All right. So it means that you're able to get the right attention. If you're able to get the attention with this, then you're in a good space. That could lead to them wanting to see this guy have another job. What other works is he talking about? Oh, he has brand identity. He's able to book covers or visual. Wow, wow. So this guy is actually a generalist designer. He's a full-fledged designer. I want to let me see his logo ideas, and you start to see different logos. So, wow, this guy has done a lot. See the brands he has worked with and all of that. You see, that's how you start to bring in this storytelling into the midst of your. You wonder the reason I did most of these things, and they say, "Wow, wow, let's see one of it." So when you click on any of it, you'll be able to see the case study of that brand identity. You see, that's how we you see, all I'm doing since morning is to create this storytelling line from moving directly to the case studies why you're here to your eyes catching other work and wondering what other thing does this guy do, only for you to find out that he's much also into branding and all visual identity stuff. It's like, wow, this guy is actually a big, you see, you decide to just take a peep, say, let's see what is inside of these case studies, and you see, wow, this is a full-fledged brand identity or visual identity. Now, this is the guy. All right. You see, from one to one, you are able to convince your recruiter to say, I'm much more than a product designer. There is more to me. I have this. You can see in the way I was able to. And in case now, what's his name? All right. Then you start to say about the person and you want, oh, his name is Olufemi. All right. This is a good catch. This is a good guy. This is a social proof credibility, people he has worked with, brands he has worked with, and you start to see this and say, wow, that's enough. Nobody has the time to read most of the things I wrote here. All right. It means that it's either they just click on this and contact me immediately if they are wow, like wow, if this portfolio wow them. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And the next one I want to show you is my new portfolio. All right. Uh, I use them interchangeably depending on what I'm applying for. Right now, I designed this myself and developed it myself in OnFramer. Right. The first one was designed by me, but the front end engineer, Jeffrey, was able to help me code it. All right. But this was designed and developed by myself. All right. And this one, I made it more theoretical. I'm trying to position myself as a high-end developer or designer. Sorry, like I don't have to talk. You don't have to see too much. You just read what I've done, and then you decide if you want to stay. You see no navigations at all. No navigations. All you see here is what I do in a very brief statement. I design products that help businesses and founders move faster and build with clarity. Now there is something bouncing here to tell you that see how I solve the problem. You see, I'm not saying see the works I've done. See how I solve the problem. That's what I try to do with this. Then you see where team usually need me. You see lack of product clarity. I try to put the problem first. So if you're able to scan this and say, okay, how I help the team move forward, clear product thinking, you see clear user flow. So wow. Now this person is not just a designer or just a UI designer. He thinks in systems. It thinks in systems. It's not just, you see, when you see all of these ways I help, you see it's not just let's design a product or let's just design a beautiful UI. So the person feel like, oh wow, this is senior approach. You can see, and I also made my approach clear, understand the context, define the product direction, design for real use. No, all this context, I carefully and intentionally put them forward. This particular portfolio was a test. All right. The reason I designed this myself and went this route is I was trying to test the reading ability of recruiters. I want to see if they actually care about the things they say they care about. All right. I don't know if you've been looking for a job lately and you see most of the time in all they are talking about is not just UI. They want someone who has a solid product thinking who can do this. But when you apply, they don't tend to even read most of your UX or the things you have done. So I designed this product to see if they truly read it, to be sure that you are very good with UX, right? Everything I put in this portfolio is UX, not more of UX, little of UI. You see, you have not even seen any design. It's just black and white practically in the first three scrolls, right? Because I wanted you to see how I think as a designer. I wanted you to see what I do as a designer before you start to see the end product. I want to see how I think. I want you to see my processes. I want you to see my method. All right. This is the reason I designed this portfolio this way. So it's easy for me to defend any of my portfolio if you ask me questions around it because I designed them with intentionality. There's a reason for putting what I put in each of the space. All right. And then you see, after my approach, I went to selected works. You see, you can view the project. You see all the things I did with this particular brand, Summer. You see, this is a website, and then you see this Optifarm. Keep moving. You see Furex app again. Then you see the Riz app. Then you see the Pepe. You should be convinced enough with the first two or the first three. A lot of time people don't even get to see uh, uh, They don't even get to read your case study. They just want to scroll down to see beautiful thumbnails you have there and say, wow, this is good, this is good, this is good. So that's why presentation is very important for you as a designer. You don't just you present your design. Don't forget that what they are seeing already without reading your case study is already a case study. Your portfolio to a recruiter is already a case study, meaning they don't need to really get into reading a case study of a project before finding out if you're a good designer or not. They probably just feel like, wow, this is a good experience. All right, I see the work you've done already. I've seen 6. Okay, now I see your background and your experience. 10 years, wow. Design, head of design and CPO's roles. And then you see, I'm very much versatile in fintech, crypto platforms, and all of that. See, product used by thousands of people I've designed. By you see these gems I give myself. This is just a little bit of aesthetics anyway. Then you see the name and my phone number, my email, let's talk. And that's it. If you want to get on my YouTube page, you click on this, my LinkedIn leads you directly to it. You see, I've been able to apply more of uh, storytelling, but in text now. I want you to see. So this second portfolio is practically to show you how I think. The first portfolio I showed you is to tell you what I do. They are two different things. All right. I'm not asking you to have two portfolios. I'm just telling you the reason I did the things I did. All right. So, and this is the last guy I want to show you. My guy, his name is Emisho Victor. He's actually a designer that I really respect so much. And I went to his portfolio. I was like, wow, this is a great, amazing portfolio. I would like to talk about when I'm talking about portfolio. And then when you load this portfolio up, this is what you get. All right. Simple, minimalist, uh, but it's so deep. So when you scroll to see, you start to see some amazing interaction and animation. You can see play reels to see the things he has done. When you scroll again, you see his profile. All right. So Victor is not trying to show you what he's doing to you first. He wants you to take you on a journey about himself. Now, this portfolio is very attractive and strong to hold your attention because the interaction there is amazing. I mean, look at the scrolls. Look at the interaction. Look at every time there is something moving, something that wants you to keep scrolling to explore more. That is the magic behind this. All right. You see, then himself is talking about himself. Now we want to talk about his case studies, the things he has done. Now you can see this brand he has worked on. The name of the brand is Plunta. All right. You see, you can view the project. You see, has also worked on this dating app. Can you see the delay scroll is using? All right. It feels like the website is or the portfolio is so interactive. It's so interactive. I love if you are to design this in Framer, like I understand, but this is amazing. Victor did an amazing job to this portfolio, right? You see that when you scroll, there is something moving in. It wants you to keep scrolling. Like it's attractive. It feels so smooth, right? Also, these are the things I want you to see. You see, it just keeps showing you more and more and more about the projects he has worked on, his side gigs, tutorials and resources. You can see that here, and then you keep going, and all of that. You see, and by the time you get down here, you see his details. You can practically just message him in any of the social media pages. So I want to stop here. I believe you've been able to learn one or two things when you want to put your portfolio together in case you're a mid or a beginner designer and you just want to have something for yourself to start or sharing for people to know what you do or see what you do. You can either take the approach of showing your work first or you want to show your thinking first. The third approach I've seen designers take, which I don't really recommend, is to talk more about themselves first in their portfolio. Talk about your thought process, about your thinking, or about your work first, and let your work speak for you. Instead of talking, you open your portfolio and I'm seeing your pictures everywhere. I'm seeing your names and histories about you. Recruiters don't have time about that. They just want to see something that attracts them to your portfolio or attract them in your work. And if they can't see that in the first 3 scroll, you lose them already. If you're not showing them how you think and you're not showing them what you do, oh man, I think you already lost the opportunity. All right, so be careful when you are designing your portfolio to want to talk so much about yourself, put your face with different pictures in your home page and landing page. Your portfolio is not about you, it is about your work. You need to know that your portfolio is not about your face, your history, your portfolio is about your work or your thinking. All right, show the workings. Show the workings. I believe I've been able to explain some of this. I believe you catch an insight in case you're just looking out to design your portfolio, or you already have a portfolio and you're wondering why it's not converting, and you want to probably just redesign it. Use this approach, and I guarantee you, you get more uh, positive feedback over your portfolio. All right, I'll see you in the next video. I remain myself. Don't forget.